Because it's all, oh, make America great again and all this. It's all of that sounds good and fun until your child's magnet program gets cut, until your child's IB program gets cut. I'm Antwann Michael, and this is The Breakdown. All right, folks, happy opening day for Dodger baseball. This coming in that the Trump administration has asked the Supreme Court to freeze millions of dollars in grants to states intended to address teacher shortages. As this is taking place, Johns Hopkins University is letting go about 2,000 of its workers, as well as the University of California system has frozen hiring, as well as has stopped any repairs on its facilities across the state as it looks at different approaches to trying to save its budget. And it is not just happening at these major national and international universities. It's also taking place at schools such as University of Southern California, where they as well are looking at freezing their hiring processes, as well as telling folks, hey, you're not going to get paid during winter break as you usually do. Listen, one cannot say make America great again and you are dumbing down its educational institutions, whether it be at the collegiate level or whether it be a K through 12 level. It is just impossible. K through 12 institutions in collegiate spaces are responsible for the forward progression of society. I have said this before and I'll say it again. I really don't think that most people understand what happens on college and university campuses across this nation. Okay, it is not just a place where kids come and they take out student loans, or they're on a scholarship, or mom and dad have paid for it, whatever have you, right? Or their community, their guardians, whomever. Right? It is not just a space where kids come together for 4 to 5 years to earn an undergraduate degree, party, mess around, and then move on to the next thing. That's not what happens. I mean, that does happen, but that's not the primary function of the university. The primary function of the college and university is development in terms of moving society forward, whether that be technology, whether that be pharmaceutical drugs, whether that be the latest technology to control traffic. How should bridges be built, right? Whether that be down to public policy. All of these things come out of the university. But how does the university thrive? By way of its students. And its students are produced where? At the K through 12 level. And listen, while one cannot quantify a qualitative experience, when one tries to restrict the purse strings that informs these educational institutions, then you are impacting the type of experiences as well as the output, not only of K through 12 institutions, but also colleges and universities. So it is impossible to say, oh, you want the United States to be cutting edge. You want it to lead the world in research. You want all of these things developed in the United States. With what workforce? With what research and development? Do you understand what Johns Hopkins and the UCs alone are responsible for? Allow me to put this out there, right? The present administration is positioning the United States to not be ready for an emergency again, just like it did the first time when it disassembled Barack Obama's emergency committee because, they said, hey, it is possible that we can have a pandemic, so we want to have some plans in place. And when Trump first came into office, he said, well, we're going to disassemble that. That's taking up money. We no longer need that. And well, what do you know what happened? And here we are yet again. The lessons have not been learned. The memory is short. When you impact Johns Hopkins University, of all universities, please look them up and what they do. When you impact the University of California system, of all systems, okay? Again, look up what the University of California is responsible for. Then you are positioning yourself to find yourself in a situation to where if an emergency pops up, you are not prepared because you have eliminated the resources just like you did the first time when you were in office. And the whole reason why we are here is because colleges and universities, as well as K through 12 institutions, won't do what you want them to do. That is the whole purpose of a college. That is the whole purpose of a university. And I will hope that that is also the purpose of K through 12, that we are teaching our students to engage critically, that we are teaching our students to push back, to ask the questions, to have a differing opinion, informed opinion from their professors, right? From their principal investigators, from their teachers, so that we can develop the next generation of critically engaged minds. We have to be very serious about this, right? So the fact that the administration is before the Supreme Court asking it to hold these millions of dollars, right, is instinctively saying that the administration does not care about our next generation, that it does not care about our babies. Because we need those teachers in the classroom. But how can we get them there if the funding is not in place? If the slogan, again, is going to be Make America Great Again, then you cannot do that by chopping down its resources and redirecting money toward your own pockets in various ways. It is impossible. We have to get very serious about this conversation. I don't care if you're on the left, the right, or somewhere in the middle. The reality of the fact is your children will be impacted, because it's all, oh, Make America Great Again and all this. It's all of that sounds good and fun until your child's magnet program gets cut, until your child's IB program gets cut, because of those dollars and those monies that have been held up by the administration. It's all fun and games until it comes home and sits in your living room and crosses its legs. Let's be very, very real about this, that this being before the Supreme Court speaks volumes. And everyone, again, I don't care which side of the aisle that you fall on, everyone should be concerned about this, because this impacts our babies. This is the next generation. And we are going to need them to have cultivated minds to move the United States, indeed the world, to the next place. And we cannot afford for the catastrophe to finally hit your home, for you to wake up and to understand what is going on. Keep it locked here. This has been The Breakdown. Happy opening day, y'all. I'll see you later. Peace.